Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be counting down my top 5 favorite moments, or which moments I thought were the best, for The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 4, Slabtown. Alright, and if you guys haven't seen my predictions for next week, for next week's episode, that'd be episode 5, either called Self-Help or The Choice. I think it's Self-Help, but I'm not absolutely positive. I'll put an annotation right here when I get around to it, so you can go ahead and check it out. I'll also put the link in the description. Also, if you missed my full review for the episode, it's about 13 minutes long. Again, put the link in the description so you can check that out. This one, we're just basically counting down the top 5 best moments. So this is an episode right off the bat. I've already seen more thumbs down in the review than most often than I normally get. And I think it's mostly because people just really didn't like the episode that much. And, you know, to kind of just, follow up upon that, because I mentioned about how I felt about the episode in the review, I felt like it was an interesting episode. It certainly was not the most exciting we've had or, enthralling or anything like that, but I thought it was very interesting to finally get to find out what happened to Beth, see where she's at, and get to meet a whole new cast of characters, because it's a new story arc, and the first episode in a new story arc usually is not going to be all that exciting in terms of big payoffs or character deaths or things like that, because of course they're setting us up for a whole new group that we're meeting that we've met in Slabtown. That said, though, I will admit it definitely wasn't the best episode of the season thus far. It's probably the weakest episode we've had so far this season. And if you have to pick one, it'd be either this one or the second one. I'd probably go with this one as probably the weakest, because the premiere and episode 3 were amazing. So definitely those two, are incredible. You can't go wrong with either of those two. But this one's probably the weakest episode of season 5, and it's just an okay episode for Walking Dead standards, because Walking Dead TV series, its standards are so high. Anytime you get something that's not amazing in terms of an episode, people are like, oh, it sucks. It's just because the bar is set so high that anytime you get something average in The Walking Dead, it looks so bad compared to the rest, and that's understandable. That said, I still enjoyed quite a few parts of the episode, and here we're going to count down 5 of them. So at number 5 is going to be the walker that the Dr. Stevens and Beth throw down the elevator shaft. I thought that was pretty cool. They wheel him up, and then he tosses it up, and you see the walker go. And yes, it was CG, but it looked really good. And the walker bounces off the wall, comes down, hits, and then after a few seconds, you hear moaning and eating or munching or whatever from the zombies that are down there, actually devouring some of the body that is there and now destroyed and decomposing. So I thought that was pretty cool. There was a lot of different good scenery type scenes where we got to see the cityscape and things like that as well too. But this one was just kind of a really cool, zombie ping pong, zombie falling down into the elevator. So that was pretty cool. You can't go wrong with that one. Number 5. Number 4 is going to be the Clozapine Kill. This one threw me through a loop. I actually had to rewind it and watch it again because at first I thought Beth had messed up. That's what I thought at first. But actually what happened was that, and he explained it afterwards in the episode, that he wanted to kill that guy because he was another doctor, and that would have rendered Stevens, or Stephen Edwards, I think. Edwards, Dr. Edwards, useless, right? Because then, you'd have another one who may be even a better doctor, and Don may like him better, and that would make the other doctor expendable, so they may want to get rid of him, unless they want to have 2 doctors, which, that's not a bad idea, but it definitely makes sense that he would. So it kind of shows us that even he has a little bit of an edge to him, don't you think? He's got an edge to him as well too. So for me, that would be number 4 when Beth gives him that. He goes into the seizure, and then afterwards, it was pretty exciting, I thought, and it kind of threw you through a loop of, did Beth mess up or did he really say it? And that's when I rewinded and saw that, in fact, he had told her that, and she didn't mess up. She did exactly what he told her to. So I thought that was a pretty cool little thing to show us he has a dark side too, and will do what he needs to do in order to survive. So that's number 4. Number 3 is going to be when Beth kind of kills Gorman. She didn't entirely kill him. The other survivor girl that had her hand cut off, removed with the saw. She ended up bit him, of course. But Beth kind of lured him in and hit him with the, what was it, like a vase or something, smashed it. Then he fell down and the zombie bit him. So, and then she takes his gun and everything. So I thought that was pretty slick, how she kind of, kind of fed into it, right? Did what she needed to do, got him in position, and then smashed it and killed him. Kind of shows a little bit of the evolution of Beth, especially compared to when we met her earlier on in the series, completely defenseless. And, we got to see kind of a little darker side that if she needs to play that part, at least for a little while, we get the sense now that she can go ahead and do that. So that was a pretty good one. I like that kill. Plus, that guy was a total dick, rapist and stuff. Terrible. So that'd be number 3 for me. Number 2 is, one of the most exciting scenes, probably the most exciting scene of the episode, which is when Noah actually gets away. And I was thinking Beth was going to get away too. I really was. And again, they kind of threw us with a twist, and she ends up getting caught, and then he gets away, which I thought was strange. You'd think it'd be the opposite, but no, it was handled pretty well. And I thought it was pretty cool that Noah got away, so he can let Daryl and the others know about that, while at the same time Beth is still there, so they still need to go get her, right? Which I thought was cool too. So it was pretty exciting. I like the way they used the sound, the visuals. It looked really good. The camera work was really cool. And, we kind of saw it from Beth's angle as everything was kind of all over the place. And then as the cops came and grabbed her, I thought it was pretty well done. So that'd be the runner-up for me. Then the best moment of the episode had to be when Carol was wheeled in, for sure. Because of what it does for the, the next few episodes and what we're going to see coming up. We're wondering what was going on with Carol. Was she with Daryl? What happened? And it was cool to see that, no, in fact, she has been taken. So now we may have the beginning of another war on our hands. Either that, unless Carol and Beth can, somehow mutiny and overthrow Dawn and break their way out. So those are my top 5. Number 5, the walker being thrown down the elevator shaft, or rodder, as they called it. I noticed they called it rodder. Number 4, the Clozapine Kill. Number 3, Beth killing Gorman. Number 2, Noah getting away. And number 1, Carol showing up, so Beth is no longer alone. Interesting stuff. So, not a terrible episode. It wasn't horrible. It's just that the Hunter story arc and the premiere were so incredible this season, off to such a stride that I don't think people expected to see, an episode like this. They probably could have done some other things with it, and honestly, if they would have cut out maybe about 10 to 15 minutes of some of the extra stuff at the hospital we didn't need to see, and show us Carol's perspective as they were coming up to try to find Beth and what happened with it, that might have been even more exciting than just Carol showing up. But hopefully we'll see it next week in next week's episode. Let me know what you guys think about this one. It does keep the budget down if you don't have to pay Norman Reedus to be in the episode or anybody else. So that's probably why they did it. But I really would have liked to have seen Daryl and Carol's perspective. Hopefully we will, and how that happened. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought about the episode, what your top 5 favorite moments were, and that's pretty much all I got to say for this one. Like I said, check out the review, check out the predictions video, guys. Thumb it up below if you could for me. Please like it, share it if you guys have a Facebook page or whatever and you want to share it with your friends on there. Really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace.